Journalism has no integrity. I know it doesn't. And we all know about corporate media. We all know that CNN, Fox News, BSDNC, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, New York Times, Washington Post, you name it, all these corporate entities, these corporate media outlets, seriously do not cover the news. But even then, folks, the smaller channels, local news, radio stations, newspapers too, they're also owned. Maybe some of them have a little bit more freedom, but for the most part, they're all owned. They're still they're the B-list strippers at the club, but they're still twerking to the same tune. And a Milwaukee radio station confirms, and CNN is also confirming it too, edited some of Biden's answers after the campaign demanded it. I want to be very clear here, and I'm proud of Hardlands Media's record. We, as a media network, have never edited our interviews with anyone on our show, be they actors or actresses, directors, musicians, people running for office, be they Democrat, Libertarian, Green, Independent. We've never edited our interviews when some of our colleagues in independent media showed up. But yet this radio station, Milwaukee, has. And it's not here's the thing. We kind of know some of these stations do it. But why did they edit it? It's because the campaign knocked on the door and said, do it. Now, I could say for a fact, too, a lot of our colleagues in independent media haven't done that either. But yet the campaign, the Biden campaign did it because they're in full-blown panic. They're in full-blown panic. They edited an interview. And it really says a lot about the Democrats. It says a lot to them about me, about them. It says a lot just how much of a failure they are.
But after President Biden called in for a radio interview, one of these interviews done to kind of quell concerns and show the president was fine and completely on point. After he did that call, the Biden campaign called that station asking them to edit out 2 of his answers. Civic Media, Wisconsin Progressive Talk Radio Network, acknowledged that staff took out the Biden campaign's suggested edits, deleting 2 answers from the president's July 3rd interview with host Earl Ingram. The first answer,
they edited it out. Why? Because it's embarrassing. And the radio station, the journalist complied. Hey, we live in a constitutional republic. I said that just to trigger and own the libs, but we're going to have democracy in the chat. And it's going to boil some people's blood. Maybe just liberals. But the question is, was that being said from Jake Tapper's lips on CNN that a radio station in Milwaukee edited Biden's interview? Do we or do we not have state-controlled media like we see in the DPRK? Type 1 for no, Kit. We do not have state-controlled media. The media doesn't censor and misinform us. What's wrong with you? Shame on you. We have proper journalism. This is just one mistake. One mistake. Shame on you, you awful man. Type 2. Yeah, we got state media. It's more of corporate media, but I see your point. I see what kind of game you're playing there. I see what you have in your Uno card. You got that draw 4. All right, there you go. I wonder how many 2s we're going to get in the chat. I wonder. Seriously, no, I do wonder. Do we have state-controlled media? The answer is yes. We do. Oh, we do. Say again, Jakey of CNN.
It's deleting 2 answers from the president's July 3rd interview with host Earl Ingram. The first answer is Biden said, quote, "I have more blacks in my administration than any other president, all other presidents combined, and in major positions, cabinet positions." Obviously,
I have more black. Yeah, I got a lot of black people working for me. That's what Joe Biden's saying. If they're not working for me, then they ain't black. Right, Joe? I have more blacks in my administration than any other president. All other presidents combined and in major positions, cabinet positions. Jesus. Even when he's trying to make himself look good, he makes himself look terrible. Oh, I could see some liberals saying, "Why are you making fun of him? He's one of the good ones." Hey, by the way, just so y'all know, Biden was against busing and desegregation. All right, and just in case y'all forget that little factoid.
In my administration than any other president, all other presidents combined, and in major positions, cabinet positions. Obviously, not an accurate thing to say. The second, when Biden was talking about Trump's past comments about the Central Park Five.
Jesus Christ, Black Zen with the gut check.
And we should note, like, this is a big journalism no editing out an answer because the politician in his campaign didn't like it or he didn't.
Oh man, just to see these corporate pundits start to melt down after realizing. By the way, you guys at CNN and MSNBC were so quick to villainize progressives and independents. I'm just loving this. I am just loving it. You know what? Shout from the rooftop. I am loving this. Every minute of it. Every minute of it. Because it's great. For me, I get to laugh. For me, I get to dance on their graves. Because for too long, and I'm sure all of you have dealt with it too, corporate media being authoritative, saying, "No, how dare you think this way?" And you had probably a lot of friends and colleagues and family members say, "Why don't you trust corporate media?" This is why. Their whole lie has fallen apart. What have I said about lies? What have I always said about lies? Lies are not strong. They're not good. Imagine building a house of lies. Now, again, you could tell a really well-constructed lie, and it could last for maybe a decade, maybe years, but all lies have one thing in common. They fall apart when under the pressure of truth. I mean, it's similar to that one jagoff YouTuber, Boogie2899, or however you say his name. The dude lied about having cancer, and when confronted by other larger YouTubers, the dude cracked. Just like how corporate media is cracking under the lie, because corporate media went to bat for Biden. MSNBC, CNN, all the Democrats, any celebrity, the Hollywood establishment, all of the media, everybody was going to bat for Biden. And even during his 4 years, going to bat for Biden, going after everybody that was criticizing his age, because let's face it, we've all seen senior citizens crack and fall. And now here we are seeing the media, a small radio station, being told to edit an interview. Edit an interview because a president's administration said so. Very similar to the the Twitter file. Why did I say it like that? X-Files. See, I'm getting secondhand Joe Menchia. I think this might be it. Hashtag Hardlands Media is canceled. You have the Twitter files. You have the Facebook files. You know, you have everything being revealed on how everybody was covering the Hunter Biden laptop story. The media was being edited. But hey, let's have democracy in the chat. Let's have some more democracy in our constitutional republic, just to trigger the libs. And yes, I am being mean to the libs on purpose because, hey, libs, you're going to give me the middle finger? I'm going to give you the middle finger right back, honey child. And yes, I am being petty. I am being a prick. Yes, I do have an ego right now because, man, am I a sore winner. I'm a sore winner. For 4 years, Daniel and I have dealt with a lot of shite from a lot of the vote blue, no matter who people. And I am feasting. So let's have democracy in the chat. You ever think that during the 4 years under the Biden-Harris administration that they themselves were told by the Biden administration to edit interviews? You think ever CNN or MSNBC ever had to do that? Type 3 for no, Kit. These are honorable institutions. Shame on you. You are a bad man. Type 4, yeah, man. This probably isn't the first time a small or larger media outlet was told by an administration to edit an interview. I wonder how many 4s we'll get in the chat. Oh, I wonder. Jake, hold on. Perfect freeze frame right there. Perfect freeze frame right there. Let's play this.
And we should note, like, this is a big journalism no editing out an answer because the politician in his campaign didn't like it, or they didn't like how he came across. I don't know exactly the reason. We'll find out from the Biden campaign maybe someday.
No, you're not going to find out. So let's go ahead and pull up this right here. There's an article from the Milwaukee. Hey, how you doing, Muscovy folks? Shout out to my Wisconsin people up there. How y'all doing? Now, this is happening in y'all backyard. Civic Media, a Wisconsin-based progressive talk radio network, shame on you, said Thursday it had agreed to make 2 edits to an interview with President Joe Biden at the request of his campaign before the broadcast aired. That was stupid. Why? Somebody told that to me. I would say, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm deleting it. I'm going to tell my fantastic friends that you guys were afraid of an interview. Oh, my goodness. What a shame. At the request of the campaign before it aired, a decision the station said fell short of journalistic interview standards. Really? Still, the station said it stands by its popular host, Earl Ingram, who conducted the interview with Biden following the June 27th televised debate with rival Republican Donald Trump, during which the president lost his train of thought and at times made nonsensical statements. Ingram's interview was recorded on July 3rd and aired on July 4th. 4th of July. Oh, yeah. On Monday, July 8th, it was reported to Civic Media Management that immediately after the phone interview was recorded, the Biden campaign called and asked for 2 edits to the recording before it aired. Civic Media Management immediately undertook an investigation and determined that the production team at the time viewed the edits as non-substantive and broadcast and published the interview with 2 short segments removed, the station said in a statement released on Thursday. The station said it would make the full unedited interview available online. The 2 edits, according to the station, were at 5 minutes, 20 seconds, the removal of, and in addition of that, I have more blacks in my administration than any other president. All other presidents combined, and in major positions, cabinet positions. Ugh. So many people gave up their integrity for Biden. You clowns. You are clowns to me. At time 4:15, 4 minutes, 15 seconds in reference to Donald Trump's call for the death penalty for the Central Park 5, the removal of, I don't know if they even call for their hanging or not, but they said convicted of murder. With a high-profile interview comes a listener expectation that journalistic interview standards will be applied. Clowns. Even for non-news programming. We did not meet those expectations. No, you did not. Civic Media disagrees with the team's judgment in the moment, both with respect of handling the interview questions and the decision to edit the interview audio, the statement read. According to the statement, Civic Media has clarified its policies, particularly for commentators and other non-news personnel. Civic Media unequivocally stands by Earl Ingram and his team. Okay, the statement read, Earl is an invaluable force for Milwaukee and Wisconsin and remains a crucial member of Civic Media organization. The decision to make the requested edits to the interview was made in good faith. While we disagree with the decision, we stand by our team. This has been a learning experience, and we will do better moving forward. Ingram, a longtime Biden supporter, geez, I wonder why, told ABC News last week, yes, I was given some questions for Biden. Ingram has not responded to questions from the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. The popular host doesn't have a background in journalism. Oof. So sad. But then again, I'm loving the system fall apart. Hosts have always been free to ask questions and air the segments they think will be best to inform their listeners. A Biden campaign spokesperson told the Journal Sentinel on Thursday when asked why the edits were requested and whether such requests are standard practice for the campaign. A source familiar with the Biden campaign booking operation told Journal Sentinel last weekend that the campaign will no longer offer suggested questions. While interview hosts have always been free to ask whatever questions they please, moving forward, we will refrain from offering suggested questions, the source said. What a clown show. So what can we take away from this? What can we learn? What can we as people learn? Well, we can learn a couple of things. We can learn for the fact of, number one, that our whole entire system of journalism doesn't work. The system is crumbling. It is cracking. It is failing. It is falling. And I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying seeing it all come crashing down. I'm enjoying seeing how our media as a whole, from small radio stations and television networks and newspapers, it's being revealed that it's all controlled by the hive mind of corporate media. CNN, MSNBC, they all control our media networks. Fox News too. Yes, they all control all the media. And when they are trying to control the reality, they will do everything they can to work with the establishment, because those who control our politicians, both Democrats and Republicans, also control our media. If you haven't checked out the show Succession, please do so. It's a work of art. It'll show you just how crazy these rich people truly are, these tycoons who control all the things, from politicians to media. But the lie is starting to crack. And you can lie as much as you want, but all lies fall apart. And that's why we all should be enjoying this. It's the great reveal. This is why we need independent media. Now, I'm going to speak for my colleagues and everybody else in independent media. We're going to be there at the DNC convention. Each of us will be filming, recording, interviewing people. Some of us will be working together. A lot of us will be trying to do as much as we can to get inside the convention center. But I can promise you this. We're not changing for any politician. These politicians can stick it right up their wazoo. The whole job of independent media, civilians, civil journalism is to inform all of us, to empower ourselves. Break away from corporate media. All what they do is they like to lie. We have to watch the news and read the news, not to get informed, but to sniff out the lies and what's being hidden.